February 19, 2005 marks the day Patron and Imbo simply vanished from Abilene on South Street. 5 law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, have made this case a priority.
You are not going to want to miss this episode. Somehow, Sam, we ended up in South Philly on a cold case from 15 years ago that happens to have a $50,000 reward.
$50,000.
You are not going to want to miss today's episode. If you guys did not watch the last video, here's what we're up against. Sam and I, we drove across the US, just bringing you up to speed from Oregon to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where we're at right now, where John, who's missing in action again, okay? He was missing in action this morning, but then he met up with us, sent us to a quarry where he's like, hey, come across the US, I have 10 to 15 cars for you.
10 to 15.
Yes.
Confirmed cars.
Confirmed.
Sitting, just waiting for us to grab.
One of them, Firebird, the other one a Barracuda. And which one did we end up getting today?
None of them.
Why not?
Because they weren't there. That's why.
Not a single car.
So I'm kind of thinking, so John's not here, he said he was going to be here. I'm kind of thinking we're on a goose chase right now.
So John did finally he met up with us.
Okay.
He felt really bad. We went across the street to another pond. And
He did show face.
Yes, he did.
He did show
and
face.
he felt really bad. Okay.
Yep.
So we went across to this, we thought what was a tractor. We ended up being a old Thunderbird is what it was. So anyway, so the John takes off early and he goes to lunch, and then we get a phone call and says, hey, you know what? At lunch today, I got a buddy, and my buddy says 100% confirmed, I'm gonna send you a place where it's up to 150 feet deep. There's cars in there, confirmed, because the Navy has dove in here. They do trainings over here. What are you seeing, Dan, the cameraman? Like, what's your prognosis of this new location that we're at?
I don't know if John's wrong. I mean, it definitely has potential for a car to go in right off the road.
Okay.
100 feet.
You can see the road right
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
And then there's this nice cliff right on in.
So we have a shot then.
I would say.
But
yeah.
and John, is John even going to show up at this point? He said he's going to come back down.
Where you at, John?
All right. Well, on that note, I say we see if we can actually, or if we're allowed to put boats in here.
Roll it up. Okay, guys, just keep walking and pay no attention to this sign right here. Just keep walking, Jared. Keep walking.
Is it really a boat?
It's a kayak. No, kayak's not really. Well, kayak's a boat, but I don't know.
I don't know. Is boating and kayaking the same thing?
Yes.
I guess that's the thing.
Yes.
It's paddleboarding. What about stand-up paddleboarding?
That's different.
That is different.
That's so
I
we
can-
can stand up. So we have to stand up.
We can stand up?
That's our stand-up. That's our stand-up paddleboard.
We can do that. Excuse me, miss. Can you tell me anything about the quarry here? Oh, there's no reason to run. There's nothing to get excited. Well, I mean, okay, one isn't pretty. But at the end of the day, guys, I mean, we are not law-breaking citizens.
No.
You know, even if there's cars in there, I'd love to know if there's any bodies in there, but we don't have any actual hot tips on bodies, only a hot tip on the cars.
Yep.
I know that you're 18 and, you know, the prison life kind of scares you. So we're gonna go ahead and keep you comfortable today. And I say, let's go take a look at the map on what else I have in the area. We're gonna make something else work.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Because where we're at, we are currently in this location here where we had the 10 to 15 vehicles that are not really 10 to 15 vehicles. That leaves us to, we came down south a little bit. So what do I have in the area? $50,000 reward that we have on this one. 2 of them are missing. The truck is missing. The story, I don't remember the exact story on this one. Let me see if I can scan it and see. So Imbo and Patron. FBI says people know who did it, but we have no hot leads. So we have a lot of water, no hot leads in Philadelphia.
Oh, here's John.
I can't believe he showed his face again.
Yeah.
Just kidding, John. We do appreciate you. Except that you've now put us on 2 locations that we can't dive. So I almost say, I mean, Philadelphia's gonna be dangerous. I bet you if we find some boat ramps down in Philadelphia, we're gonna
find some really
we're gonna find some cars. Hey, John, this location is kind of a bust because no swimming, no boating.
No.
So we can't get into it. unfortunately, unless you have like a hookup with the city that says, hey, yeah, you guys can go do whatever you want to in here. And, keys to that to
You'd be able to get a vehicle down.
get a tow truck out.
I wonder what I'd have to call. I do usually work with, my boss. He lives right down the street. He works with the township a lot.
I don't know, man.
Bar was that?
Yeah, diving in Philly sounds pretty cool.
It does sound cool.
Yeah, I think we'd find some interesting stuff.
I think you would.
I think that's a go.
Yeah, all right. Give it a shot.
All right, let's go find ourselves a boat ramp over there, Dan. Dan, the cameraman. You know, that's the shackle that we need right there, Dan. Yeah, you better be careful there, Sam.
Right.
I think it's going to be fairly safe here for us tonight. I'm feeling good about our location. There's 2 of us, so there's strength in numbers, like 2 RVs.
2 RVs.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah.
And I think that there might actually be some cars out here. All right, so with rivers, because it has a tide, a car can go in and float for up to 10 minutes. And with a tide like this one coming in from the Delaware, and the river can actually run upstream. And so we're gonna check roughly 50 to 100 feet that direction. We're gonna check roughly 70 to 75, 80 feet out is gonna be our first pass with all this. Right now what I'm doing is I'm casting 26 feet to the left right now. We're casting 26 feet to the right, so we can see on both directions for the side scan. And then this one is down imaging. So this one shows straight down underneath the boat. And then this one shows this black here is water column, so it's 6 feet to the bottom is what that's showing. And then it's showing everything below the boat to the right.
Okay.
And then same thing with the left, so that's what that center line is.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say that this section is clear, John, 100%.
Yeah.
And the thing is here in Philadelphia, there's were you there earlier today when we mentioned the $50,000 reward on that couple?
Yeah, I was.
I think that we should turn this episode into, let's make this a cold case episode and go see if we can find them tomorrow.
Yeah.
You in for it?
I would be up for that.
All right.
We had a scare all late in bed, and all of a sudden there was like this crazy noise, and Jared jumps out. Whoa, whoa, hey! What are you doing?
No. It was a, hey!
Get out of here! Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
More authoritative.
Yes, it was very authoritative.
Authoritative.
It was
Yeah, Jared.
It was like that, Sam.
Sure.
So we're back for day number 2. This started off as a car hunt, is
Yeah.
what it started. With John here, our good buddy out of Quakertown, that it ended up turning into a bus. Like he sent us to like 3 different bus places. No bus, just bus. That brought us down to Philadelphia, to where, we ended up at a boat ramp, and I'm like, every boat ramp in Philadelphia is gonna be just like Portland. We're gonna find so many cars.
Oh.
We found 0 cars at the first boat ramp we went to.
I was thinking the same thing though, so.
But then it got me to thinking, we have that cold case here from 15 years ago of, I think it's Patron and Limbo. We'll put a link to some news stories down below.
February 19, 2005 marks the day Patron and Imbo simply vanished from Abilene on South Street. 5 law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, have made this case a priority. They have followed leads taking them from the South to the Midwest and points in between. Sources say most of the police and FBI activity has centered around South Jersey, where Danielle and Richard were headed the night they disappeared.
But where we're at, we're now not too far from, there was a bar that the 2 of them went missing. 11:30 at night was the last time they were seen in a Dakota pickup truck.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at on the whole thing. Can you jump in here on this, Brock, as well? We're dealing with, he was a loving father, gentle guy. I don't know his party status, so I mean, we're looking for if it was just the 2 of them that accidentally went missing. I really don't see like any roads where if he was intoxicated, he may have accidentally driven into the river. It's also a smaller pickup truck, so I also don't see like a carjacking. He's a bigger guy. I don't see somebody carjacking and stuffing them to the side as they steal the pickup truck, and nobody's were found. That leads me to, I have absolutely no idea. Like, what is the mystery on this one? Yeah. So I say on that note, let's get the boat out. Let's throw some magnet fishing out as well, so that way we can keep the entire crew entertained, and let's see what we can find.
Sounds great.
Jared's currently doing a live stream.
Yeah, we're on a live stream right now. So we have to do them. Getting this up and ready. I'm gonna throw my life jacket on the rag or something in your pocket. I got like a really.
We are inland doing some magnet fishing. It's live stream mania out here, so.
When are you gonna catch something?
So we're going there now already, huh?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? When are you gonna show up?
No, I'm going for quality, not quantity, Sam.
No, that's quality. He could use it. Man, I found a knife in between Philadelphia and New Jersey in the water. Anything could have been done with that.
Touche.
Deal in a haystack.
So we have a couple of targets here. So there's our first one. About 40 feet straight out is where this first one is, where I think is a boat. And then as we come across the other one, we'll be at the end of the pier, where it could be a car that was ran off or something. Either one of these could be a car. So we have that one and we have that one. I'm gonna go show the guys.
They were saying some wild tale about you finding an underwater Indian temple.
It looks like the Taj Mahal. Look at the top of it here. That's one, but when I went over it a couple different times, look, it could be either like a Jeep. Listen, it's not a tractor, okay? I'm gonna say it's
Definitely not a tractor.
But also next to it over here, we have wheels on there. It's sitting upright. It almost looks like a work van. An electrician's van is what that is. I'm putting my money on an electrician's work van.
Yeah.
I'm in with a plumber's work.
Plumber's work van?
I'm doing
An AC van.
I'm going a Candyman van.
Like a V-dub van.
V-dub van.
All right, guys.
I mean, it looks like, it does look like a van to me. Does that look like wheels on there?
Yes, 100%.
Dan, let's introduce you to a couple of fans that stopped by. They saw us on a live stream today and said, hey, if anybody's in the Philadelphia area, come on down, come hang out with us. So we have Wes, and it was Austin, and we got Houston here. So supporting the show, by the way. So shirts are 20 bucks. It helps us travel across the US and help do what it is we come out here to do to clean up the environment, see if we can locate lost loved ones, and to make a difference in the world. The link is in the description for the shirts. And I'm happy that you're here today because we need help carrying gear out. Not a problem.
Back.
They probably have eyes on you too. We are so going to jail tonight.
I'm sure it goes without saying, but make sure you guys are watching your step as far as needles are concerned.
Right here.
You mean like that needle?
Yeah, like that needle.
Yeah, they're safe. They always cap them out here.
Always.
Yeah.
Just like that, guys. Almost like we timed it.
While I am sweating my butt off since we just got out here, today's episode sponsor is going to be OTS, which is Ocean Technology Systems. With that one, I'm actually able to use the onboard communication system from their full face mask so I can talk to you. I then go to a Y-splitter on my side over here where I have a transmitter and a recorder so I can record the audio, and that is today's episode sponsor. The link is in the description below. We're gonna be, one is gonna be kind of diagonal right off that point, okay? So like take a reading, but it drops down too, so it shouldn't be that difficult to get down to it, and it's at 37 to 40 feet, okay? That direction, but take a reading. And then the other one is straight parallel with it, and they're only about 10 feet apart.
Sounds great, man.
Which one do you want to go for? Head for that, head for the work van, I'll head for the boat one.
Sounds great.
Come to find out, we got a little bit of audio. Sounds like my video may not have been working, so let's cut to the story of what I just told the boys. I found the boat, but yeah, the boat's not worth getting. It's upside down, it's old, it's attached to some other stuff. It's a big boat, we'd never get it out of here. But I want to really find that van and clear it, make sure there's nobody inside of it. Let's throw some magnets and see if we can catch that van.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, then we can just go straight down to it.
You go and run it.
And then also keep in mind you have that current, so you're gonna have to really play with that current, kind of overshoot it, and let it kind of drift into it. Yeah, I like that. Let it sink. So don't even pull it yet. Just let it. Oh yeah.
This time, instead of going upstream, we're going to go straight out first and then work our way up and see if we can find that van. See, I've got the piling here, so as long as I hold onto that, the current doesn't suck me down. Then once I get on the bottom and I'm flat on the bottom, then I can pull myself upstream. Alright, so that's bottom underneath the pier. That puts us at 31 feet. I'm going to go downstream about 10 feet. 1, 5, 7, alright, roughly 10 feet right there. You can kind of measure distance. You're like, all right, well, there's 18 inches. You know, there's another 2 or 3 feet. So we're up to 5 feet. We're up to 7 or 8 feet. All right, let's go back upstream. Cut these lines. A lot of fishing lines to get tangled up in. Okay, so I'm back at that boat again. Right there. You guys didn't see it the first time because my camera wasn't working. So I believe that this is a boat that's upside down. It's kind of weird because I wasn't really able to make it out completely. So if this is the boat, then the work van is farther to the east from here and downstream. I'm going to say the work van was out about 10 feet and downstream about 10 feet. So here we go. Over 10. Underwear. Underwear is never a good thing. Right, so we're over 10 feet, maybe 15 feet now. 40-foot mark, excellent. Now let's back it up about 10 to 15 feet. So there's 8 feet, and there's roughly 10 feet. Okay, so we hold position here. The van that I saw on sonar should be somewhere right here. I don't see it. Oh well, so we'll make our way back up towards the shore. If I run into it, if not, then only the boat, and I don't see the van today. Alright, so let's pretend like the boat is the work van, and that we've not yet identified the boat. Does that sound like a good theory? So if we work our way past the boat, aka work van, then we go upstream 8 feet, and then to the left, let's try that. Alright, we're 8 feet, let's go over 10 feet. Alright, now we're starting to go uphill, so that's 36 feet. So that's not it. There still has to be a work van out here then. Let me do this. Let me go back to the boat. And, what is that, an old TV? Computer? Oh, it's a baby seat. Confirmed, there's no baby in the baby seat. 1,000 PSI. Time to go up. 13 feet, 10 feet, 8 feet. Alright, let's pop one up. I can't find the van, only the boat.
I was watching your bubbles, and you had them going right over it or right beside it.
So I don't know, I mean, and so then I took the theory of, well, maybe the van was actually the boat and the boat was the van. And so I worked my way up as well. And I mean, I scoured that area. So it just could have been the way that things, you know, like the way that the dirt looked on sonar as well. I don't know. But I feel confident that I landed on the boat twice, or 3 times actually.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the boat. So that kind of clears this area. I couldn't find what I thought was the van. I mean, the boat that I found could have been the van, and then there could have not been a van. There could have not been a van anywhere. I really think there's still a work van down there.
Yeah.
But with the current and with the visibility, I just can't locate it. It is really dangerous down there as well. I mean, my knife is out like the entire time, and that's like 20, 30 pound test line.
Yeah.
You get tangled up, and you get tangled up in too much of that. There's been divers that have actually, you know,
a lot of deaths.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up today's episode. I think that we might come back tomorrow. In fact, let's do another Philly episode tomorrow, because Joe, where's Joe at? Joe is one of our viewers that actually saw the live stream today. He came down to hang out with us, and Joe please tell us about the location of, you know where some cars are actually at.
Yep, Tacony Pall Mall Bridge. Back in the day when I was a kid, that's where everybody used to take their stolen cars and dump them.
Guess what we're gonna be doing tomorrow? We're staying in Philly again tonight.
Heck yeah.
Let's head up there tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna say that wraps up another episode of Adventures with Purpose, where we couldn't have done it without Joe. We couldn't have done it without, you know, Wes and his boys. Houston and Austin, I got it right. And as well as John, who's been hanging out with us for the last couple of days as well. If you have not already done so, make sure to subscribe, turn on the little bell notification, because why? Come on, guys. If you don't, you won't get the instant notification that another video is out. That's it for now. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.